Hi friends and fellow earth angels, it's Gladys and I'm back with our weekly reading, and this spread will cover September 30th to October 6th. So we are officially moving into the last quarter of the year. Great job. There's been a lot of movement, a lot of deep inner work this year. I changed things up a little bit this week since September really was a time for pause, to reflect upon. I brought in the unicorns this week to bring in playful energy. So far, when I sit with the energy of October, I feel like October will be, the image that I see is like playing with Play-Doh. So I feel like October will be a time for us to mold this blob that has come out of a can. And it really is the feminine energy, whether you're male or female, we both embody this feminine energy. And I feel like October will be the time when we are molding, and our intentions, our deep inner work, our thoughts, our ideas will start to become something. So remember, we've got to kind of play with things, see what works for us, what doesn't work for us, how things feel, how they don't feel. So that being said, let's start with our angel for the week. And as I shuffle the cards, I want to invite in all our guardian angels and guides, the archangels and ascended masters, God, source, creator, universe, and any beings of a light that would like to assist with this guidance for us this week. And I'm going to ask that the information and the messages that come through be for our best and highest good, and the best and highest good of all concerned. So the angel this week is Archangel Uriel. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. You know what to do. This coincides with the Play-Doh, and now we're going to start molding things. So you've had thoughts, ideas, intentions through August into September, and I feel like this is an action card. Instead of wondering, should I, how do I, start playing with it. You know, so often children will sit down with these beautiful colors of Play-Doh, let's say. They open up the can, most often without the intention of what they're going to make. They actually take it out of the can and they just start molding it. And guess what? The ideas and the thoughts come as they're creating. So use that image this month for October to take what you have, pull out all those pieces you've been working with, you know, whether this is for you in your personal life, maybe it's getting something done like cleaning out a basement, or it's fall, so it's a great time to transition over our clothes and get rid of stuff. Maybe there's excess baggage or weight that you don't want to carry into the new year. This last quarter will be a really great time to start taking action and clearing and cleansing. Archangel Uriel is also the keeper of the inner light. He ignites the light within. A lot of times when we're in those doing that deep inner work, maybe that shadow space, our light gets dulled a little bit, maybe by people, places, things, and ideas. So you can ask Archangel Uriel to ignite the light within, ignite that divine light within, and what will happen is you'll attract more light, more positive experiences, more opportunities, abundance, wealth, all those things that is your birthright to receive. Archangel Uriel is also the angel of forgiveness. And again, it's the emotions into unforgiveness is how dare you and how could you. So maybe you've done that to yourself. Maybe you feel like you've had injustices by coworkers or a boss or a lover or a child or maybe a friend. And really when we harbor that unforgiveness, the energy of frustration and anger and resentment settles in. We carry that energy in our liver, our gallbladder, our spleen, in between our shoulder blades. So it feels like we're carrying like the weights, and the tension is in between the shoulder blades. So you can invite Archangel Uriel into your life and ask him to help you to move through that forgiveness, move through that unforgiveness to be able to forgive. And it's the energy of I forgive you, but I set myself free. That's something that's been coming up a lot lately. I did last few days I did 3 groups. I did one on Thursday night, one on Friday night, one on Saturday night, and a common thing was forgiveness, and that could be a block sometimes. Forgiving yourself for things you may or may haven't done, may have not done, or you feel like you may not or may have done. Being able to move into that space. So what happens is Uriel will help lessen the impact and speed up the recovery process. So as you revisit those triggering situations or those experiences that you're having a hard time moving through, what happens when you invite Uriel into your life, as you revisit them, it's less and less painful. You get more and more clarity on it. So instead of going there with that person and not being able to fix them, save them, change them, or make them better, what you can do and ask yourself is, how am I learning from this? What has this person taught me, and how can I make things better in my life to be the best I can be? So I also pulled out Kyle Gray's Angel Prayers. This was a deck I was going to wait to get until a friend of mine, a friend and colleague, suggested I get his cards. So I have to say I got this deck and Keepers of the Light, and I am totally loving them. So I'm going to ask Archangel Uriel. I should mention Archangel Uriel, he comes in, his sign is like lanterns and light bulbs. So sometimes light bulbs flicker or burn out as a reminder to ask him to invite the light within. Also too, he's the color yellow, like this beautiful yellow color. So you can wear the color yellow, surround yourself in that yellow light. Anything like that is an embodiment or a sign that Archangel Uriel is around and with you. So let's ask him to expand on his message. You know what to do. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. So what more can the angels say about that? All right. Take time to breathe. Thank you, angels. I breathe with ease knowing you're here. Look at this beautiful woman. And it was so funny. I have just been craving the ocean. It's a very cleansing place for me. And she's got like this freedom energy. Take time to breathe. And so I feel like the angels are also reminding us, as you start to mold the Play-Doh into something, as you start to take action this month, remember to take time to breathe, pause and reflect on the action you're taking. This is kind of like the ebb and flow in the space. So instead of just barreling through things and just taking all this action, when you get a thought and idea and you start to implement things, take a moment after it's complete to sit with it so you can get the next step of what to do. I say so often, as I give divine guidance for people and insight and messages, I say so often that even though I do this work and the universe kind of gives us steps of what's coming down the pipeline, I don't know what's next for me. I don't know what's next for you. I can give us guidance as we're along this path, but it really is up to our free will. So being able to check in gives you an opportunity to see the doors as they're opening. So I have to say, more often than not, you're not going to know the whole picture. I still don't know where the end result for me in this work, in this practice that I'm doing. I feel like I'm in this place of movement, in this place of transition, but I don't know what it is. I have to say, my life and what I do is 90% filled with uncertainty. So I never know who's going to walk through the door. When I go to those groups and walk into their houses, I don't know what the message is going to be. I don't know how the night is going to unfold, and I've really had to be okay with uncertainty and work through the energy of that and finding balance in other ways. So there are other parts of my life that need to be certain, like my schedule, how I rest and my time. And I feel like these cards are teaching us the balance that as you know what to do and as you take action, once that's done, give yourself some time to pause and reflect reflect and make sure it's right in accordance with your heart. It's so beautiful. I was just listening to a podcast by Tony Robbins, and he was talking about the heart and how powerful the heart is. That, you know, when a child is conceived, the heart is actually formed before the brain, and then the heart has this innate intelligence. And there's this research out there right now that's saying that the heart is a cleanser, it's a purifier. And he made the example that there is no heart cancer. He said all the other organs, liver and kidneys and your bones and cancer can move through all these parts of the body except for the heart. So the heart is a cleanser. So by taking time to breathe, pause and reflect, go into your heart, you're clearing out all those worries, those fears, those have-tos and those shoulds, so that you're moving forward easily and effortlessly in alignment with what you were born to do. And now is a beautiful time for you to step into that. So that all being said, let's get into the unicorns. I've been talking a lot about play and being able to relax into things, and I just really thought the unicorns would be a great deck to use this week. So let's see here. Unicorns, what's their magical message? Share. When you share, everyone feels happy. One of the big things that I had to learn in my quest for freedom on this path is that I can't do all this stuff alone. I have hired a really great website designer. I have really great people around me. I've been working with people who are good at what they do with structure and order. I've leaned on people for really being vulnerable for guidance and opening up to mentors to help me on my journey. And I feel like a big part of this message here is sharing. Just like I feel so guided and inspired and joyful to share these readings with you, I feel like this is something that I can offer that can radiate out to the world. And again, when I feel good, the people around me feel good, and when they feel good, the people around them feel good, and when they feel good, the people around them feel good. So really, peace on earth starts right here with you and starts right here with me. So how can you share? What work are you doing that you can offer to inspire others and teach others? It's a big part of the ebb and flow. And again, when you share, everyone feels happy. I love that. Thank you, unicorns. So I pulled out this deck too. This is the Law of Attraction deck. And I thought this would be a great way to set an intention for a mindset for the week, for a mindset. So Law of Attraction is basically the energy you put out, you get back. So I think that this deck would be a great mindset for the week as we're beginning to mold that Play-Doh, understand what's in our heart center through breath work, as we create by being in service of others. So many people, caregivers, healers, earth angels, light workers of the planet, the beautiful empaths that are out there, we shine by sharing with others. So let's see what the mindset is. So these don't have a basic back deck, so I don't want to see what the message will be yet. So let's see here. One more. Okay. Friends, let's see, let's put this here. So the message is, there is nothing I cannot be, do, or have. Ooh, how powerful is that? When we break away from those feelings of not enough, of lack, of worthiness, of can I do this? Valuing yourself and your gifts and what you can be to the world. This is a great time for us to break those old beliefs and old ways of doing things, of the traditional ways of making money, the traditional ways to develop relationships. And this mindset, there is nothing I cannot be, do, or have, is powerful. Maybe this is an affirmation that you say every morning. Maybe before your feet hit the floor, you can say to yourself, there is nothing I cannot be, do, or have. Let me read the back and see what else it says. It says, welcome to planet Earth. There is nothing that you cannot do, that you cannot be, do, or have. Go forth on this day of your life experience, knowing that your real work is to decide what you want and then focus upon that. Go forth giving thought to what you want, attracting life experiences to help you decide what you want. And once you have decided, given thought only to that. This really is in alignment with you know what to do, take time to breathe, share. I feel like this card sums up the messages that we've put forth so far. Like, there's nothing that you can't do that's in your heart vibration that you know that you're meant to do. How awesome. So beautiful. And the card number right here, I don't know if you can see that, the card number here is 10. And 10 came up over the weekend with the groups that I did. And 10 is a vibration of God's energy. It's about positive thoughts and intentions and putting that vibration out there. You know, and I always suggest too, you know, when I'm doing these spreads and I'm sharing the guidance that I'm getting in them, please check in with your own intuition. Please check in with your thoughts. Maybe when I pull these cards, they're unfolding in another way in accordance of what works with you. Go with that, you know, take in what resonates and dump the rest. I'm sure there are deeper messages and meanings into these cards that are specific for you. And that's what I love about angel messages. It's all like layers, and it just unfolds. And, you know, even though this is for the week of the end of September into the beginning of October, I can guarantee if somebody listens to this a year from now, these messages will still resonate in some way. That's how powerful they are. So let's finish with a message from God. Let's get his insight for the week. All right, God, source, creator, what I love to call Father, love. What's your message for us, and how would you like to finish this reading? And spend more time outdoors. They are like trees planted along the riverbank, bearing fruit each season. Their leaves never wither, and they prosper in all they do. And, you know, one of the beautiful things, you know, what I'm getting into this also as well as we spend time outdoors. We're here in New England and, you know, across the country celebrating fall. Fall is in endings. There's a quote that I keep seeing lately that says, fall is about to show you how beautiful endings can be, or how beautiful death can be. And I feel like by going outdoors and connecting with nature, it can really fill you up and give you insight, guidance, support. I have to say the nature lately has been unbelievable with showing up for me. And there are a few people that I'm connecting with through these cards who the animals and the creatures of the planet keep showing up over and over and over again. Yesterday, the cool thing was I had gotten out of, again, a group reading. It was a celebration of a 70th birthday for a woman, 70 years young, and she had me come into her home to do readings for a group of her friends. And when I left, it was such a great night. When I left, there was a praying mantis right on the hood of my car, just praying there. And I'm thinking, gosh, I love my work. I love what I do. I love how the universe shows up for me. So if you've been feeling like you've been in a dark space, if you've been feeling like you've been in a funk, get outside. Last Sunday morning, I woke up and there were at least 100 birds outside my bedroom window, and I was hearing this noise. I believe they were sparrows. I'm not a big bird person, so I'm not 100% sure, but they were gorgeous, and I don't know what they were eating on the ground, but there was hundreds of them. And I just cracked my window and I just saw them out there, and I'm thinking, gosh, the universe is so magnificent. Thank you for showing up for me. And then the praying mantis, and then another cricket made its way into my house, and this time I did not kill it. I put a cup over it and I saved it and I put it outside, which is really symbolic of I'm ready to receive the luck, the joy, and the happiness into my life, that I was going to save it. I was no longer going to banish it from my home by killing it. So Anyway, spend some time outdoors. It's a great time to get out, to take those deep breaths. I love the mornings. I've been taking my dog for a walk in the morning, and it's quiet. The birds are all playing. The squirrels are running around. It's a beautiful time of year. So go into this week with balance. Get to work, start implementing your ideas, create a plan of action, some structure, some to-dos, but know that after you do them, take time to pause so you can reflect upon what the next steps should be. Check in with your heart. It's the most beautiful, cleansing, purifying organ of the body. So this concludes the reading for the week. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel on YouTube, Heavenly Hugs. Please share with anyone that you feel can benefit. I offer private sessions if you're interested or you know somebody who can benefit. You can book online anytime at GladysEllen.com, and I offer phone, Skype, and office sessions. They're all available. Divine guidance, life purpose, connecting with your loved ones through mediumship. If you're here local in Rhode Island, energy work is really great. IET, or integrated energy therapy, is a powerful healing modality. I tend to do a lot of those sessions in the spring and the fall, so this is a great time if you feel like you just need a cleanse or a release. IET is a great energy therapy, and I pray this divine guidance will comfort, support, teach, and inspire you. Have a great week, friends, and I send you love with heavenly hugs.